Awesome, awesome. Do you want me to get started, Brian?
Sure.
Cool. So, hi everyone. It is Shelley Johns here from Gympie, Queensland, Australia. We're doing our recipe hotspot where we're going to go through some of our favorite recipes using different products. At this time of the year, we're getting close to Christmas. There's lots of Christmas dinners and festivities. And so I've actually got an amazing holiday tips sheet that we're going to send out afterwards. So for people just to help you kind of cruise through the holiday period with a bit more ease. And also, if you've got any of your coaches that may be running some mini challenges, I know there's a few different ones. I'm going to do a glow lean leading up to before Christmas and after, and also our 10-day marathon challenges. I'm going to run them right up to the week before and then start in the new year. So there'll be plenty of things to plug into that your coach has. So I would get in contact with your coach and ask them, what do you have available that I can plug into? What resources have you got? I would be highly recommending that. I'm going to go through some of my top Christmas recipes, things that I've always done. I've been adapting them as well so that they've got a different spin on it for this year, just to make it a bit more fun, and so that the whole family will love it too. So just a little bit about me. I've been in the company now for 31 years. So I originally started when I was 20, and I was able to lose 17 kilos initially on the Quick Start program. I just loved the fact that it helped my skin and my energy, and I was able to build up my confidence with being in the company. Being a really shy person, I would never have done anything like this. And yeah, fast forward 31 years later, I'm now 52. So healthy aging is really important for me, you know, helping with my skin, my energy, immune health, keeping my lean muscle on my body. So I just love the healthy aging aspect. And I've been able to use the products now during 2 pregnancies and breastfeeding. My girls are now 14 and 16. They love the products too. And yeah, so it's something that the whole family can use, which is pretty cool. So these are some of the things that I make for the family that I love to. We're going out, and I'm just going to show you how you can do it no matter whether you're going to someone's house or whether you're doing it at home. So let's get started with the first recipe. I'm going to do healthy white Christmas. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need some organic or coconut oil that you like the flavor of. I've got the Coles brand, but you could use any brand that you love, as long as you like the taste of it. So that's, and it's a hot day here in Gympie. It's 35 today, so the coconut oil is already melted, which is cool. You are going to need some dried cranberries, or you could do dried blueberries or cherries, whichever you like. I like the cranberries personally. And then I've got some pumpkin kernels. You could use pistachios, but I find this one, I love the green with it. It's really bright, Christmassy green. Some rice bubbles. So you could get some rice puffs. You could crush up some rice cakes, whatever you feel like, but I've just got these ones. They're pretty simple. And then the protein base is the Formula One Sports. Could you use Select, or could you use the regular Formula One vanilla? Yes, you could. So that's fine too. But I love the Formula One Sport because it's gluten-free, only 1 gram of lactose. It tastes amazing, so it's really easy to use. So let's make this recipe, and I'm going to show you as I do it. I've got some melted coconut oil. I'm just pouring that into here. So then I've got, let's put that away. Then I'm going to use my Formula One. That's good. So I've got, for this amount of coconut oil, and I've got the recipe to send you afterwards as well. In fact, I went looking for all my favorite Christmas recipes, including Herbie Christmas puddings. I put it all in one PDF, so I'm going to flick that through to Blaine afterwards so he can get that out to everyone as well. So I've just done 4 scoops of this. Now, could I add more? Yes. Or could I add less? Yes, I could do that. It's kind of personal choice, but I've done 4 scoops of Formula One Sport. And so this is it here now. You can see it. So I'm just going to mix it. I'm going to just flick this down so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see it, yeah. I'm just going to mix that in. But I just like, could I just eat this on its own, just like this? Absolutely. It's just like white chocolate. Have a look at it. It looks so good. I could just get the spoon now, Blaine, and do this. It's so delicious. So it looks great. So it's nice and silky. So that is my base. So I could add fruit and nuts, seeds and, whatever I felt, dried fruit. There's so many things you could put in this, some dried coconut, and it would still taste amazing, but we're doing the healthy white Christmas. So I'm going to add in my sweetened dried cranberries. I like the Coles brand because they don't all stick together. I find some of them, so I'm going to put lots in, but let's just go nuts. So this gives you the Christmassy red look, and some of the cranberries will colour the mix. So that's it there. Done. Then we're going to put in the pumpkin seeds, which I think sometimes they call them pepitas as well, but let's call them pumpkin seeds. I'm going to put in a whole bunch. This gives it a really nice crunch. So I've got those. Mix that in. Now, you could actually do it just like that, and it would still taste amazing. That would still taste amazing as it is. I like to add in the rice bubbles because it gives it kind of a crunchy sort of texture. So it's sweet, salty, crunchy, and it just tastes amazing. So this is it here. And I can add in more if I wanted to, or I could add in less, just depending on how I like my mixture. It's kind of one of those individual things, but that looks pretty good to me. Look at the color. You've got the red of the cranberries. You've got the green of the pumpkin seeds. This is going to be delicious. So that's it there. I've got my containers. I like using these because I find it easier to pop them out. And then all I do is I just push it all in like that. And then I can just press it all in. Now I could have a smaller container and make it thicker, so it was a thicker slice. But I like this one a little bit thinner so I can cut it with a knife once it sets. It's probably going to take about 10 minutes in the fridge to set. Now, if you had some kids that don't like the bits, I had this the other day. I was at the centre doing an event and she was 13. She said, I don't like all the pumpkin seeds and the cranberries. Just do the rice bubbles and it'll be just like healthy LCMs and they will love it. So I've got someone coming over on Saturday. I'm going to do this recipe with her, but I'm going to take out the cranberries and pepitas and we're going to do it together and make some healthy LCMs. So there we go. So that's what it looks like. That gets to go in the fridge, which is pretty cool. So I'll just put my thing up so you can see me. Hello. So that's it there. So that goes in the fridge. So I'll set that. And here's one I prepared earlier. So this is it here. See, so I have a batch at the center and I've got a batch at home now. It's so easy and it's crunchy and delicious. It looks amazing. I'll just put it down so you can see. I'm going to give you the recipe, but you can also do the variations. So could you add dried apricots or macadamia nuts or something like that? Absolutely. How good does that look? So it does go well with pistachios as well. So that is the healthy white Christmas. So I'll put that to the side and put that away in the sink. Okay, next recipe. So sometimes people will go out for Christmas and they have soft drinks and lots of sugary stuff, and it's really probably not great for their results. It might taste good because it's sugary, but I want to show you how to do a healthy version of a Christmas punch. Now I haven't got any mint. I actually forgot to buy mint, but sometimes people don't like mint, so I'm going to show you how to do it without mint anyway. But you could also add mint to this or any other herbs that you really, really like. So I've just got some sparkling water. So this one is pineapple and mango. So that's that one. And I'm going to put it in. Now, I don't do all of the sparkling water. I do about half. Okay. This is so good. Now, if I was going out to lunch, I would actually order some sparkling water and then I would just take my aloe with me, my mandarin or grape or whichever flavor you like. I would take a small portion with me to my lunch and I'd be adding that into some sparkling water, and it makes the best drink. It's great for your digestive health. So perfect thing to have if you're going out for a Christmas lunch or a banquet or a buffet or something like that. Now I'm going to add some water to that. So I've just got some purified water, so I'm going to top that up. I think this jug holds about 1.5 litres. So you can see here it is. And I'm just going to put it down so you can see what I'm doing. So that's the jug. And I've got my aloe. So depending on how much aloe you want to use, I'm going to use 6 cupfuls. But you could use less if you didn't want to use too much aloe and you're trying to make it last. Could use more if you're just happy to have it really full on. So this is 3 cupfuls. So even 3 cupfuls looks like it's got a good amount of flavor. So 5, 6. So that's 6 cupfuls of aloe. That on its own will taste amazing anyway, but I'm just going to add some garnish now. So I've chopped up some cherries and some strawberries. So it's got, and I've left the stalks on because I want the green, the Christmassy look. So I'm just going to add them in. So it looks good. I've even done left a couple of whole cherries as well. So let's do that. Try not to make a mess. There we go. Then I get my spoon. That. Now you could do mint as well. Mint is lovely, but if you've got someone that doesn't like mint, this is just as colourful. You can see it's Christmassy. It looks great. You could add in other things as well. You could pack it with strawberries or red and green grapes cut up. Cucumber looks great as well. My girls are really into cucumber water at the moment. So that is what it looks like. It's so Christmassy. And let me just give you a few variations on that. So you can use mandarin, grape, original aloe, or mango aloe. So that's your aloe. You could add in some hydrate. That goes really, really well in this mix. And the new Lift Off, the blackberry, has the best color. They just come in these little sachets. It's like 30 in a box. This is a beautiful Christmassy color. You could definitely just add this and then put in a whole bunch of mint or whatever you like, and that would be a really, really Christmassy recipe. But how good does that look? Tastes amazing. It's so good for you. It's low in calories, low in sugar, which is kind of the perfect support for, your healthy lifestyle, or if you're trying to lose weight or get a certain result over this Christmas period. You could get a nice wine glass and make it look really posh so that you're still enjoying drinks with everyone, but you're having a healthier alternative, which I think is super, super cool. So that is that one. My third recipe, I didn't realize that people did this, but I've only just cottoned onto it. So I'm just going to move all my other products out of the way. Okay, so I've just got some ginger. One of my Walk Fit members, a neighbour, grows it, so she's just bought some fresh ginger over. I've cut it into slices. Yeah. And I'm just going to go and get my instant herbal beverage. So I've got a nice Christmassy cup. And I'm going to use original lemon, which is my favorite. I've been drinking it for 31 years. It's definitely my favorite product. It's like a lemon one. It's not sweet. So squeeze it through. If you're wondering how I use my beverage, I've just got poked a little hole in the top, so that way I can just squeeze it out. I don't take the whole thing off, and it makes it last longer. And then I'm always just getting that nice little amount that I like. So that's it there. So I've just done half hot water, and now I'm going to put in my slices of ginger. Could you do this with other herbs as well? Yes, you could. Okay, so I'll put in some beautiful slices of ginger. So my lovely customer, Rosie, gave me this idea. So thank you, Rosie. It looks amazing. I'm just going to add a little bit of room temperature water so I can drink it straight away. Could you put some nutmeg or some chai mix, or maybe even some allspice? You could also do some cinnamon sticks and make it really, really Christmassy. Because even though it's hot here in Australia with Christmas, sometimes you just want something that's got that little bit of different flavor. So I just love this. Looks beautiful and really, really effective. You could put it in a clear coffee glass so that you can see it as well. So that's beautiful. It's got that ginger aftertaste with your instant herbal beverage, and it's just going to keep infusing as I go. So I could just keep topping that up with water. So instant herbal beverage is great because if you're over the festive period and you want to maybe just curb your appetite a little bit, looking for a little bit of an energy boost, some antioxidants, counts as your water. It's just this green tea concentrate, really high quality. It's just amazing. So I just love adding this in. It's how I start every single day, and I love that nice little energy boost in the morning. So that is basically the recipe. You've got healthy white Christmas, which I'm going to be able to have with my cuppa. So imagine just having that where I can now sit and have, you can see here, I can sit and have a cuppa with my white Christmas. I'm not going to eat all those pieces. 2 or 3 would be perfectly fine for a healthy snack, but you can make it look really pretty and have someone over and do that. And then if you're going out, you're doing a barbecue or having a dinner, then you can make a beautiful Christmas punch like that. You could load it with mint as well. And that are the recipes that I was going to cover today. So I hope that everyone enjoys them. Definitely add them in, share them with your friends and family and your clients, because you can help them have a very healthy and a very happy Christmas. So that is it from me, Blaine. So I'm happy to hand it over to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very cool. I just had a couple of things that just made me like grin. Like one, like how you make your tea. It's like, it's so true. You can always tell a Herbie who's been doing it a long time, because we almost never like perfectly measure our tea. We eyeball it, right? We just know we want the right amount.
I'm really heavy-handed with I like my tea strong. But if I'm starting someone off, it's half a teaspoon, just so you know, because they need to get used to it. But I'm very seasoned after 31 years. I think I worked out I'd had over 20,000 cups of instant herbal beverage in my lifetime.
Nice. Nice. I remember once we went over to Marcel's and Lawrence was there, and Lawrence made my tea for me, and it came back almost like an espresso. And I was like, wow, that is a strong tea. That was a little too much for me back then, but now it's like, I love the flavor of the tea. I love the alertness, the bump that it gives me. And but yeah. I don't know about you. It's one question I wanted to ask you about, because you mentioned like you can add in like Liftoff, like raspberry spark, for instance. Do you do kind of like what we do sometimes, where we're using a Liftoff or a tea bomb, or just as a flavor enhancer, or like a little bit of a kick, where we only use like half or maybe even a little less than half of it?
I was probably old school because this wasn't really around, so I haven't really done. I think I've only had one tea bomb, and I do use the hydrate sometimes with the instant herbal beverage lemon, like a Herbie lemon sip. So I probably half is enough for me, and I've been trialing it over the last couple of weeks. Definitely the blackberry Liftoff. I can feel the mental alertness kick in for sure. We all tried it on Saturday, including the Pams who are 80, and Pam just said, wow, I really noticed a difference with that. So that was kind of cool to have that. The Prepare and BCAAs I've been using over the last couple of weeks at WalkFit, and I definitely feel stronger. And I've been trialing it. It's I love the way it makes me feel. It's very subtle, but I notice it, that I just feel stronger in myself when I'm doing those hills, because it's very hilly and gimpy. They're probably the things that I really love. But if I was going to have the Liftoff, there's one other little party thing, just so you know, and I've done this in the past, is that you get either your Liftoff blackberry or orange or lime, or your hydrate, and then you can get some sugar-free lollipops, kind of like Chupa Chups, and you can dip it in like sherbet, and it'll go straight through onto your tongue, so you'll actually get your energy hit faster.
Nice. Besides Thomas, we were at the training one time. We had little fruit bowls, and she quickly like reached into her bag and grabbed a lime Liftoff and like tore it open. She just sprinkle this on your fruit, and I was like, okay, like what are you talking about? It's the best thing ever. I'm like, I'm gonna share this with everybody. I love doing that now. Anytime I have a little fruit bowl, like we're on a plane or something, tear it open, rip open a little lime Liftoff, and just sprinkle it across the top, pass it over to Lucy so she can do it. It's so good. But yeah, it gives you a nice little extra bump. It tastes so good, and you just like you said, you feel nice, right? You get that wave of I feel good.
Well, my girls love, like they're young, like they're teenagers, they love sour things. Like I'm not really a sour person, but there's so many people that love that sour taste. So that's how you can add that element in with those products for sure.
Absolutely. I want to try that white Christmas. That looks awesome. I can't wait to make that.
Everyone is loving it. It's so good. Like it's amazing. I can't believe what the feedback I've had on it in the last week and a half that I've been making it.
Right on. Yeah, I can't wait. I'll have to send you photos when I do it.
Yes.
I'll try to make it as pretty as yours. You did a really great plate presentation there. You got me to, I'll have to try hard to catch up to
That's right. I expect some presentation skills.
Yes. All right, well, I'll go ahead and I'll jump into the recipe I'm going to be covering today.
Awesome.
It's funny because we don't really actually have like a proper name for it or anything. This just happens to be like Lucy's favorite smoothie bowl. She, I swear, asked me to make this for her at least 3 times a week. She'll come out and be like, give me little prayer hands. Will you make me a banana bowl? It's one of the easy ways that she says it. And I'll show you what that is. So a lot of times people sometimes look at Lucy's results and they go, oh, but how do you make your shake and do you drink it all the time? A lot of times she actually has a smoothie bowl, has it as a smoothie bowl. So I'm going to show you her favorite one. She has a couple different ones, but she usually asks me to do it because she says I make it the smoothest for her, and she really likes how smooth and creamy it is. And I'll show you how to do that. It's actually it's the how slowly you add in your water is the only trick to that. But it's really simple. Everything actually is a Herbalife product in this. So even though we call it a banana bowl, there's no banana in it. You could slice up like half a banana and lay it on top, and maybe like sprinkle some like chia seeds or sunflower seeds or something on it. But the base is the Formula One vanilla here. Then we have the second one, which is the Tri-Blend Select Banana, which is crazy good. I'm actually allergic to bananas, but I can have this. So I love this because I miss that flavor of banana that I used to have when I was a kid. And slowly, as I got older, I became more and more allergic to it, and I just had to quit having it altogether. Then we have a little bit of the apple fiber complex here, really, really good. And to boost up the protein, some personalized protein powder, and all the time you hear us nickname it PPP. So if you ever hear PPP, this is what we're talking about. It's just as close to pure protein as you're going to find. And it's the protein that's already in the Formula One shake here. So calorie per gram, this is as close to being exact protein as you're going to get anywhere out there. So how awesome is that? Let's dive in. I'll show you how to make this. So first, we're going to start with the base, the Formula One. Couple different ways you can use that. If you have mint chocolate and already have this scoop here, you can use 2 scoops of this one, which is 1 serving. Or if you have the double-ended scoop, or now you have the new member packs here in Australia and New Zealand come with the scoop, it's 3 of these. So either way, I already have this one in the container. So I'm just going to do 2 scoops of the one that comes with the mint. All right. And then the Tri-Blend Select. If you read the directions on the Tri-Blend Select, it's going to say 1 serving as 3 of these scoops, right? We do, it's kind of funny, like what we were just talking about with the tea, we simplify everything here in this house. So this is actually the scoop that comes with the rebuild string. For the smoothie bowls, we just do 1 scoop, which is actually really close to a full serving. It just makes it so much easier for us to do it like fast when you're trying to make it on the go. I do 2 scoops of the personalized protein powder, and that is actually 15 grams of protein we're adding into that smoothie bowl that way. And then 1 scoop that comes in the active fiber complex. Bam. That's 1 serving of apple fiber. So one thing I do is I quickly go ahead and kind of mix that up already before I get going in with the water, just loosely together. That way you don't get like a weird clump when you start trying to mix it up. The trick to making this smooth is you only want to add a little bit of water in at a time. So I'll start with maybe about 1/3 to half of the water I'm actually going to put in it. And I'm going to try to do this on camera here. That's why I set it up the way I did. It's going to look way too dry, right? But you kind of want it to be. You're going to add a little bit at a time. It's going to sound like it's really time consuming, but it's actually really worth it. Because as it starts to get super thick, you're going to see here, which way am I going with the camera? Because it's so thick, the mixture actually pulls on itself, and that's what makes it smooth and creamy.
It looks like cookie dough.
Yeah, that's about right. It's going to look a little bit like a super thick cookie dough. But because it's so thick, it's actually making it smooth. And that's it. Then you just add in the rest of your water to the thickness that you want. I've been doing this a long time, so eyeball it. If you're unsure, just keep adding a little bit, a couple tablespoons at a time until you get your thickness. When you first add it in, it's going to look really funky, like you just did a bad job and it's never going to come together. But because you already made it smooth, it's going to be fine. I like to go like underneath and over, or try to get the water around there, just kind of agitate it a little bit there. And you're gonna see how creamy and smooth this is when I get done with it. And this is why Lucy goes, please make me my smoothie bowl, because I don't want to do it that way.
It's almost like a banana bread kind of recipe.
Pretty much, yeah. You could actually throw an egg in there and bake it. How smooth is that? So this is how she likes it. I swear, at least 3 times a week, she will say, please, please, please make me this. She begs for it. And, sometimes, again, she'll add like a little couple thing of seeds on it. You could put a little desiccated coconut. I'm not a fan of the coconut. Some people are, sprinkle some berries on there, blueberries, raspberries, things like that, and have fun with it. But this it's seriously good. You can pop it in the fridge, in the freezer, let it like get kind of cold and a little bit hard. It's almost like an ice cream. It's really, really similar to that, like a cold pudding. But that's it. Have fun with that. Really super tasty stuff, right? Really easy to do when you think about it. That took me like what, 2 minutes maybe?
Yep.
So the mixing it's the longest part, and it's really not that long, and it's totally worth it. But that's it. We have a chocolate recipe that I want to make here in the future, and seeing you do yours really makes me want to do it too, because it's a lot different than yours, so it's not like going to be the same kind of one. But with Christmas coming up, it's like the perfect time, right? We call it protein Reese's peanut butter cups, right? There's a peanut butter cup with some protein in it. So good. So I can't wait to do that one for you guys. And Shelly, thank you so much. You did an amazing job today. You like blew mine out of the water.
I do a lot of demos at the center, especially, and I'm always presenting it at WalkFit. So I've got multiple times every week that I'm doing this, and I think the things coming up with Christmas is one, I've got all the Christmas recipes, so I will flick that through to you so that you can in editable form too, so you can add to it. And as a PDF, and also the Christmas tips, because I think it's a great thing to give someone with this time of the year coming up. So I'll make sure you get both of those resources, because it's kind of perfect. But look how the pink's starting to come through now from the cherries. So it's starting to go pink.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. The color from the raspberry spark, it's really nice. It looks really great. And it
looks amazing. It'd be perfect for Christmas, but some people don't want something with caffeine in it, so the aloe is perfect as well. But you could hydrate. There's so many interchangeable flavors, including the collagen, that you could add into that.
The collagen's gold. Especially with, like you said, the sparkling mineral water.
Yes.
Get that down. Well, rock on. Well, we're gonna have some more of these coming out here in the near future. Thank you again, Shelly. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.
I hope everyone enjoyed it. Happy Christmas.
Messages. Make them in messages how you like them. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.